Hi guys, it's the old dude. I'm a guy on a mission today. This is Sunday morning. It's about 10 o'clock on Sunday the 22nd of July 2012. My mission is impossible almost. What you're seeing here is irrigation water running into the field here. Believe it or not, almost impossible to believe that this is actually a garden. Got some squash right over there. You should be able to see that yellow blossom down on it. I got some corn coming up over there. Got some potatoes here. This garden spot here is a second plot. Not sure what that is over there. It almost looks like, well, that's beans, I believe. Anyway, this is my daughter's place. And they got a sudden call to leave the area to go down to Alabama to her husband's father. Quite ill, not expected to live. But she called me day before yesterday and asked me if I would please see to the water. Up here we don't have sprinklers that much as far as garden plots are concerned, especially one this size, but we have ditch water that we use to irrigate the garden spots with. This garden spot is on a 9-acre parcel of land here. This is the property line. Over here on the side we have an irrigation ditch that brings the river water down through. As you can see down in here, we got water running down the ditch, downstream. I had to take the water. We have turns to rotate up here. I had to take the water last night at about 8:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. And we'll have the water here on this property for 24 hours until this evening. And in the meantime, I couldn't see what was going on last night, so I turned the water back here on one of the back lands. Not sure how far it got watered, but it should have got watered pretty good. But right now I've turned the water onto the garden area. And we're gonna come back here and check the water on the back area of the property. This area out in here in years past has been a pasture area. That's why there's so many weeds and so forth over there where they've got the garden. It looked real nice when they tilled it up this spring, but it's pretty hard to keep it completely weed free when you're watering with the ditch water, and it's been an area of a lot of grass and weeds in the past. In order to get the water into the field, what they've got here is they've got some 55-gallon cans that are cut through the ditch bank. Plug them off by putting a removable lid on there. These cans are the type that had the removable lids on them. So you just prop the removable lid back in place on the top end of it. The bottom end's cut out to allow the water to come out of the ditch. I'm more concerned about just using the water for the time we're allowed than I am really making sure we get everything taken care of. This property goes over to those trees right there. This is 4 acres on this side over here. They go back to the smaller trees back along that back edge. And here we got water running into the land here from our diversion cut through. Watering water pretty good here because that's where I had the water turned in last night, up through this area. But those trees right over there along that side are the halfway point. There's another 5-acre piece over on the other side of those trees. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of water right here. This is the main point where the water's coming through. To stop the water from going where we don't want, we put dams in. That's what they call a canvas dam. That's just one of these plastic canvas sheets that you can buy at the hardware stores. Put that down in there, and the pressure of the water pushes it back against the ditch and seals the water off from going past that point. Nothing is 100% as far as completely stopping the water, but these do a pretty good job. Maybe 95%, 98% of the water stopped. But we got a second cut through right here. It's going back into this land pretty well. It should be pretty well watered on this part of the land. So I'm going to have to go down at the other end of the land. I'm not going to keep bored. That's what the old dude's up to this Sunday morning. Went over to the car show in Rari yesterday. I'll be posting a bunch of videos on that. But the old dude got himself a pretty good sunburn yesterday. The sky was pretty well clear like it is here today. We got a good sunburn. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Bye.